Alright guys, welcome back to another video. If you can't tell by the background and Forrest walking around here, we're back at Forrest's shop. Last time you guys saw, I think, anything with you and or the red car, I was in the process of driving around him on the big end, and there was a catastrophic failure. But I'd like to make it known, I think this is the second video in a row I'm making it known, I did drive around him.
No, listen, here's where he was. I could see that ridiculous BPF spiked bullhorn, and it was right here at my halo bar, because I was looking over on the side and I'm like, where's the finish line, where's the finish line? And it got to my halo bar, and then I'm like, it's gone. And I'm like, where'd he go? I mean, I know I'm flying and all, but I mean, I can't even see him anywhere. And so I'm like looking, trying to figure out, did he hit something or where's he at? And then that's when you came coasting by or whatever. And
then it got exciting on the big end.
Yeah, then so I'm out there getting out of my car, you know, and I'm getting my parachute up, and I'm seeing it, you know, you're all right, you didn't hit anything, you're up there chilling, and the next car comes down and it's on fire. And there was nobody down there, and so I got out. I've got a fire system in the car, but I always keep, you see it right here, I always keep a little fire extinguisher like that behind the seat, because my dad actually put out that car one time with a little fire extinguisher like that when it caught on fire. And so I'm like running in my full fire suit up to this guy, and I guess Ben and Wes came up in the smart car, and they ended up putting his car out.
No, it was good. It was teamwork. We looked good there.
Yeah, it was really good. And like then you look up and the next pair is still coming down the track. I was like, geez.
And the next pair, someone hit the wall.
Yeah.
So it was total excitement. It went from a blown up motor. Me, I'm still gonna say for my seat, it looks like I almost cleared your entire car.
And so I was really happy because my car wasn't torn up, you know. And I went to the next round. We had some issues and I lost or whatever. So I brought it home and. We wiped out the thrust bearing, which is a typical turbo car problem. So it's apart right now, but this thing's like a Lego. We'll have it put back together this week.
So just typical turbo car maintenance.
Typical turbo car maintenance. So anyway, everybody was, when I did the video on the yellow car, people were asking, you know, what was going on with the red car. So I was just going to kind of give everybody an update on that. We've actually done a lot to the car since Piedmont that wasn't even really related to this. This is just kind of on the side. But
hey, look at all this stuff up here, though. You got all that room.
Yeah.
God, look at that. You got the clear view filters.
That's how I knew it wiped the thrust bearing out too. You can apply air to that thing and push all the oil out of the top, and it pushes it back, you know, to the tank, and then you could see
what's in there.
Bearing material in there, which,
so,
you know, probably because I had no idea the motor was torn up. I mean, it ran.
And when you say, listen, use the word torn up lightly. I tore motor up. You had to do maintenance.
I had to do maintenance. Yeah, thank God I didn't do what you did. No offense. I felt bad. I really did feel bad.
I'd like to make it.
Like, man, I was driving away and he blew up.
Oh my God!
It's so bad.
I'd like to make it known. I'd like to make it known that Devin had no part in the catastrophic failure of that. He likes to think that I was trying to catch you and his tuning abilities, but it was really just a misunderstanding. Just so we clear the air up. That never happened.
I'll let you tell Devin that, because you know how you guys have seen on the channel how it goes communicating with Devin. And although Devin's one of my best friends and he does everything on this car, me communicating with Devin is the same way. It ends up Devin yelling at me and me standing there. That's kind of how the communication goes. So we got him on in the background. I said it was like we're having like an infomercial plan.
We literally have Devin's videos. Everyone go to the link in the description below and check out Devin's videos.
Some of the best wiring that you can learn, though, seriously, and tuning. He's great at both.
I'm gonna have both of you guys up to my shop to help wire something.
If you'll order the things that I need,
I will.
I gotta have very specific supplies.
Okay, all right. God, you starting to?
When we get over here.
He's starting to sound like Devin. Can you hear him? Like, I need specific supplies.
It's because I strive for perfection. Okay.
Okay.
You know, I'm trying to instill some of that in you guys.
All right, Devin.
I'm doing what I can.
All right. But so anyway, the clear view filter obviously helped out. So highly recommend that.
Yeah, that's a really cool piece. It probably saved me, because I would have been out there, you know, spooling this thing and playing with it in the yard and whatever. You know, we're down from racing for the coronavirus thing, and so I probably honestly would have been playing with this outside and torn it up.
So if there's any time to provide maintenance to your engine, now is the time. No racing going on.
Yeah, it's a perfect time, and you know, we take it apart and take our time putting it back together. Not even really worried about that part. The part we were worried about was getting it lowered. Because I don't know if you guys saw the pictures at Piedmont, but...
Hold on, let's just look at this.
We put a whole new suspension system under it.
Look how low that is.
The ladder bar brackets were then hitting the floor, and so we had to raise the car up just for that particular race. So I don't know if you guys saw the pictures. The stance was bad. It was like chin down, and that's where all the sparks and stuff were coming from. So when we got back, Jason got back on it. He cut the floors behind, you know, this seal right here, so it would still be X275 legal. And we did carbon fiber in the back there, try to lose a little weight, because you know we got to run those race cars.
Oh my God!
Lightweight cars, and when you're doing that with a street car, you know you're trying to keep up. You got to cut things where you can.
So carbon, I'll say a carbon backseat delete. You went for the new ladder bars. You're on the 9.5-inch rear end with some strange stuff in there.
Yes.
And you're on Mensers now. A lot bigger of a Menser.
Yeah, I had the 5-inch stroke shocks, and we were having a lot of problems with the car wanting to top the shock out. So we went to the 9-inch stroke Mensers.
Look at that. That is awesome how they're sticking up through the trunk.
And we did that so we could get it, you know, really low to the ground. Check out the LED. I don't even know if that one's, yeah, it is. Check out the LED lighting Devin did in there too. Just, that's all the car on its own, you know. So it's really nice at a racetrack. You'll be able to reach in there and adjust.
Look at all this carbon. It looks like I need some lengths or something.
I mean, I'm trying to get light where I can since it's all steel.
All steel.
We had to change the shifter. When I was racing at Piedmont, I've had the same quarter stick been in the car, you know, probably 20-some years. And we think it just had enough slop in it that when the electric shifter hit it, it actually bounced back to first on one of those passes. I've had multiple issues. I've over-revved the motor a couple times because of that shifter. And Scott, my engine guy, he's here.
I don't know, am I allowed to put him on camera?
Make him be on camera.
Scott, what's up?
Hi world, how are you?
We're talking about an awesome project in the future.
Yes sir, we are.
So we're going to see more of you.
Yes sir.
Oh, yes.
Scott's my engine guy. He does a ton of stuff in this car that you guys never see because he stays home from the track. But he basically puts the car together and he's like, it's ready to go. He gives it a seal of approval and then he's like, don't call me unless it kicks the rods out and don't worry about the motor. Well, he really hates it when I over-rev the motor with a ton of boost in it. You know what I mean? He's like, that's considered bad form. So I finally caved. And I'm getting rid of this shifter. I'm going to keep it.
No, do not keep it.
I'm going to keep
that
it
shifter,
in the shop.
Okay, keep it in the shop. But over here, look at this. Everyone's favorite shifter. This thing is...
Of course, we got the red to match. I got the M&M, and I got the shift solenoid, so hopefully this one will reliably shift gears. And Devin won't try to kill me when I go out there and shift the car at like 5,500 RPM as soon as I let go of the trans brake. Because I like to let go of the trans brake, and then as soon as the car starts moving, I reach down and shift it to high gear so I don't have to worry about anything else because I'm just trying not to hit anything.
These are badass. We have one in the what is it? I can't even think of it. The Black Sheep. And I love it. Just don't be like me and don't be an idiot. And just follow the instructions of how to use it. Because I don't. And I put it in park once. But I think you'll be fine.
Well, see, I don't ever bump mine to neutral or anything. When I finish racing, I pull the parachute and then I'm like, let me get out of the way and make sure nobody runs into me. So I'm like, I don't worry about the turbo coming down or anything with the motor or the transmission. I'm like, I'm just going to keep driving a while, you know, to make sure I get out of everyone's way because I'm worried somebody's going to come down there and get mad at me because I'm like, you know, sitting in the middle of the road. So I don't even cut mine off. I literally keep driving it about halfway up the return.
Well, see, I go through and I lift, I cut it off, I put it in neutral, and we had an issue with, it was just, you're not supposed to grab them both at once unless you're stopped, really. And I'm going 150 and I grab them both. But the shifter itself, it's probably the best feeling shifter for a race car. I mean, we don't have to really shift it because we're air shifters. We're doing the burnout, bumping it to high gear. It feels awesome.
I just like the way it looks. I think it looks cool.
It does match a little bit.
I got to get the red on it. So when we get the car and everything back together, I'm going to carry it down to Devin. He's going to plumb that up and wire it to make it work on its own. We're also putting a Davis Technologies VPS because we're a little worried about the car. You know, thus far we haven't had enough hits on this car to really put enough power where we were worried about it coming up. But that thing's really neat. You know, it'll sense the pitch that the front end's at, and if it starts getting out of control, you know, it's going to get out from under you. It'll kill time and to kind of bring it back down.
So definitely a good tool to have.
Definitely a good tool to have. You can also make it where if it takes, you know, pitch to the side, like the yaw, it'll kill time or you know, slow it down. I mean, I think you can make it do whatever you want to with the ECU. It just provides an input to the ECU. So
they work hand in hand with the Holley.
Yes, it works hand in hand with the Holley. I think they're working on making it CAN bus to the Holley. I don't think they're quite done with that yet, but that's definitely in process. Other thing we got going on with it when it goes to Devin is, and shout out to Doug Cook right here. I got the mount for the Pro 600. We're going to go to the CDI box to get a little hotter spark. I got that put on today. You can see it's not tight yet, but that's a really neat piece. I was going to put the 600 over there. That way I could see the lights and stuff and the indicators on the top of it. You know, when I'm sitting in it, spooling it in the parking, I mean in the pits or whatever.
So you're on Holley Dominator.
Holley Dominator.
MSD 600. You got the Holley screen over there. I mean, you're Holleyed out.
Yeah, I've already got the Davis traction control. We haven't used it yet because we really haven't gotten to that point. But I'm hoping when I get the VPS and stuff, we'll actually get to a point where we can use some of that stuff.
God, and whoever did your wiring did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, that guy's all right. You know, I know him pretty well. There's the pizza.
Oh, pizza's here.
He did okay. You know, I really can't complain on him too much, but I do like to give him a hard time and try to make his life miserable. I think I put that in every video. But anyway, that's what we got going on with the red car. Like I say, we'll have it running again this week. We're going to do some testing about spooling and bumping in and get all that stuff sorted out. And then we're going to get it down to Devin. Said he's going to wire that 600. I also got the thing that blows the cold air in your helmet.
The fresh air system.
Fresh air system from Cool Shirt. I always wear the Cool Shirt under my fire coat and stuff anyway.
Oh, look at all that stuff over there. You got AC in here now.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta have.
Must be nice.
Well, you know, when you're cutting those O lights beside the black sheep and chopping heads off at the starting line, you want to be able to have that cold air so you can stay focused on what you're doing.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. That was the edge. You know.
Well, I hear you.
Don't order one.
I won't. I'll just do it the old way, choking on my methanol, getting hot and sweaty.
Yeah, I don't do any of that.
I know.
I don't work well in those circumstances.
It's a tough life over here. That's all I can say. So we got the engine right here. This is the... Look at this. I got to give a shout out to my boys at Dart. That's the only reason why he beat me, because he had a Dart motor in there. Not because of Devin or anything. It's the only reason it was Dart.
I mean, it looked like to me it was all because of the driver with the reaction time. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But what's the? Do you have any? Can you reveal any info cubic inch setup?
Oh, yeah.
Turbo LS, obviously.
Turbo LS, 440 inches. This is a Dart LS Next block. And obviously it's an aluminum rod motor. I run the LSX DR heads, which is an 11-degree raised runner head. Those are really good heads. They flow a lot. They're kind of funky as far as the valve train that you have to run. So we had to do a little tweaking at the beginning when we first got this motor to get everything right. I ended up getting the Brazzel billet steel rocker arms. And once we put those on and we got the geometry on everything right, I mean, it's been flawless, you know, thus far. I honestly haven't gotten to a point where I could even use the power that the motor, you know, would make.
Yeah. I don't know. You seem to have a big tune-up in it against me.
20 pounds. That was 20 pounds. He's going to tell y'all different. He's lying. It was 20 pounds.
How much? What do you have on the gate? 8 pounds on... Oh, wow. That's just insulting.
Maybe.
No, you're talking about on the starting line? On the starting line, it had 6 pounds, and then it made 20 pounds of boost down track.
This is not what I want to hear.
Then you got gas.
Oh my! I know. I was on the way.
I'm never getting another YouTube video ever again.
I was in the process of driving around when something happened.
Everybody
So
else's view was completely different.
there was not. No one was filming from where I was sitting. Listen, this is painful for me because the only time I don't put a GoPro in the car is the only time.
Nobody put my GoPro in. See, the mount's in there, and nobody even put the GoPro in there.
Where's the mount?
Mount right there beside me in the car, on the roll cage back there, so you can see out the front. See it?
Oh yeah.
And
You would have seen me because I went that far out the front windshield.
if it was pointing back,
Oh my God.
I should have done the Chris Kenny and put it on the back.
Put it
where
backward.
follows the car. You know.
That's just disrespectful.
Hey, I do what I can. I got to look out for myself. You know what I mean?
So the red car, you really just got to put it back together and then go testing some more.
Yeah, we're gonna put it back together. We're gonna do some testing. We're hopefully gonna be ready for Woodstock.
Whenever. Yeah, whenever.
To have it.
Yep. So we're hoping that we can get the Black Sheep up and running. Then we're on the same team here, same BPF, LS Nasty.
Yeah, I hadn't stuck my sticker yet because I hadn't decided if I want to put it there.
I'll get you. I know you're particular. I'll get you a red one to match the color. I know.
Yeah,
I got one coming.
I'm very particular. Oh, and I'm gonna have shirts soon.
Oh yeah.
Look out for it. Look out for it.
Scarlet Fever shirts coming
Be
soon.
ready. I have some Scarlet Fever shirts, but we're gonna have some more that'll be.
And they're gonna be available. I'm gonna sell them on my website, so you guys can go and support Forrest in the Scarlet
Make sure
Fever
you
team.
order more than you do Black Sheep shirts, guys.
That's gonna be impossible. Black Sheep shirts, they're hot, and they're gone already. So
So
you have a chance. You have a chance.